Welcome to the first episode of the ENFLP, the Egyptian National Football League podcast. My name is Muzzy.
And my name is Abdo.
Today we're going to talk about why Drew Brees is the best quarterback in NFL history.
And why Sam Bradford is a piece of shit.
Hey now. This guy's a first round pick. Alright, let's not get too edgy on him now. Alright?
Yeah, and it happens. First round picks are shitty.
Yeah, we'll talk about more Sam Bradford news. We're going to definitely
I want to talk about Sam Bradford now.
No, wait. Okay, we're going to get to Sam Bradford. I know you're very edgy to talk about Sam Bradford. We'll get to him. Everyone's really excited about talking about Sam Bradford. We'll get to that. I'm very excited about talking about every team in the NFL. Today, we're going to make predictions of all the divisions in the NFC and the AFC. We're going to pick division winners. We're going to pick conference winners. And we're going to pick Super Bowl winners. Will we be right towards the end of the season?
I want to talk about something extra.
What?
Like an extra thing.
What do you want to
I want to talk about my fantasy team.
Okay, we're going to get...
And I want to take some opinions about my fantasy team.
Okay, we're going to have a whole segment towards fantasy.
Can we compare fantasy teams? Like, and see
yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Okay, for anyone who's listening... Is anyone listening?
I don't think so.
Will anyone listen to this?
Probably not.
What are we gonna do if no one listens to this?
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it for the whole season.
It's fun, dude.
Yeah, you told me we're gonna do it for the whole season.
The whole season. Every week we're gonna have an episode, even if we have no listeners.
Are we committed?
I think my mother will listen.
I don't think your mother is gonna listen.
Well,
I definitely know my mother won't listen.
Well, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it nonetheless. No, we'll talk fantasy. We'll talk week in, week out winners. We'll make a lot of predictions. We'll talk about the news that comes up. We'll always try to bring our perspective to it, an Egyptian perspective to what's happening in the NFL.
I think I'm more of the Egyptian perspective.
I'm pretty Egyptian.
You westernized piece of shit.
That's okay. It's alright. We'll find out. Let's start off. Let's begin, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's start with the first division, the NFC North. We have 4 teams in this division. We have the Vikings, the Lions, the Bears, and the Packers.
Why did you leave the Packers for last?
Because I think they're gonna win it. That's why I left
Yeah?
them. That's why I left them for last. You see what I did there? I leave them for last because I'm gonna pick them first.
Are you gonna do that with every division?
No, I'll change things up.
Okay.
But no, I definitely am picking the Packers for this division. I can't see past Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Fame quarterback. Why would they not win this division right now? Teddy Bridgewater is injured. The Vikings are done for the season.
Bro, they have Bradford, man.
Oh, I forgot.
They have Bradford,
about
man.
Bradford. Okay, Abdu. For those who don't know, Abdu has a special hatred for Sam Bradford. Why do you hate him so much?
I can see it in his eyes.
You can see in his eyes.
I can see in his eyes.
You can see in his eyes.
I can see in his eyes.
You can see in his eyes.
it in his eyes.
Okay.
That he's a piece of shit.
Why? Why is he so bad?
I don't.
What in his technique, in his throwing motion, in his footwork, what makes him bad?
Let's talk about what makes a quarterback good.
Okay.
First.
Okay.
Quarterback is the leader.
Right.
He's the leader of the pack.
Of course.
Do you think Sam Bradford is your leader?
I would not pick Sam Bradford as my leader.
Do you think he's an alpha male?
I do not think Sam Bradford is an alpha male.
Then there's nothing more to discuss. Imagine a team without a leader.
You saw that last year with the Eagles. We saw him.
Man, I saw it in his eyes. He was scared.
He was nervous. He was definitely nervous last year.
It wasn't just being nervous. Like, okay, you can be nervous, but you still get rookies who they have the passion in their eyes.
Yeah.
They're tigers.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Fucking tigers, man.
Sam Bradford, for me, I don't have a problem with him. What I don't understand about Sam Bradford is how much people have invested in him, okay? This is a guy who got drafted in the first round in the draft. This is a guy who got traded to the Eagles for picks and another quarterback. A Pro Bowl quarterback in Nick Foles, okay? Let us not forget that Nick Foles went to the Pro Bowl. And then he got traded...
I didn't know that.
Yo, there you go, okay? And then he got traded to the Vikings for a first-round pick and a fourth-round pick. After the season he had with the Eagles, they traded him for the first-round pick. I don't understand. I don't know how you can do this. But then you look at the situation, okay? Who else are they going to get? There is no free agent quarterback they can get, okay? Their backup, Sean Hill, he's been a backup his whole career. This is not a guy who's going to get you to the Super Bowl. They have no other options, and the Eagles knew that. The Eagles knew that they can exploit the Viking situation, and they can get that much out of that.
They took a first round pick.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Dude, I think this is a trade that can ultimately lead to people getting fired.
But didn't like the Eagles just sign Bradford to like a big ass contract?
Yeah, they did. They renewed his contract, but the Eagles have been smart with what they've been doing. They renewed his contract. They signed a really good backup in Chase Daniel, and they drafted a quarterback in the draft. So the Eagles have been very smart. And then they traded Bradford first round pick. So the Eagles are set. I have nothing against what the Eagles have been doing with their quarterback situation. I have a problem with the Vikings not being prepared for this situation. You have Teddy Bridgewater.
He's alright. He's
Teddy Bridgewater, he's fine.
He's fine. He's not amazing.
No, he's not.
Do you think he's ever gonna be amazing?
Dude, he dislocated his knee and tore his ACL. At the same time. How is he going to recover from this? I do not know how he's going to be able to come back and be the same player that he was. But it's possible. We've seen it before. We've seen a lot of players tear their ACLs and come back and do it. I think he can do it. But I don't think the window will still be open when he comes back. By the time he's back to who he was, Adrian Peterson will be done. The Vikings defense will no longer be as good as they are now. So I don't know if the Vikings are relevant anymore. I think one injury and they're done. And I don't see them even making the playoffs this year.
They're done for like...
I think they're done for this year, for sure.
For this year?
For this year. I don't know what's going to happen the year after that.
Are they done for like the next 5 years?
No, they're not. They can still make the playoffs with Teddy Bridgewater if he comes back. But this year, I cannot see them going to the playoffs. The Packers are the only team in this division going to the playoffs. The Lions and the Bears, I'm not convinced. The Bears, I'm definitely not convinced. Anytime the Bears have Jay Cutler as their quarterback, I cannot understand how they still have him as their quarterback. No way is Jay Cutler a winning quarterback.
Mustafa, Muzzy, whatever you're gonna call yourself in this podcast.
Yeah, that's right. My name is Mustafa. Abdo ruined it.
Like you just told me like literally 10 minutes ago that how Jay Cutler has improved and like the Bears have Jay Cutler and he's not bad and he can make something out of himself. And he's not like a piece of shit.
There's a difference between being bad and being a winning quarterback and being good. Jay Cutler right now is just, he's above average or average. He's not a winning quarterback. He's not a Super Bowl winning quarterback. That's what I meant when I said that he's alright. But he's not a Super Bowl
the Bears are...
The Bears are going to flop this year. I think they're still rebuilding.
But they flopped last year. So
yeah, they're still rebuilding. They're still rebuilding. They need another year to rebuild.
So it's not a good year.
It's not going to be their year.
For Bears fans.
Yeah. The Lions... Look, the Lions are an average team. I like Matthew Stafford. They lost Calvin Johnson. I think that's going to affect them a lot. I don't think they'll be able to recover
I think that's
from that.
the weirdest shit ever.
Hey, man, you don't win. The player loses motivation. He loses heart. Of course he's going to retire, you know?
Yeah, how old? He's 28?
Yeah, I think he just hit 30.
Fuck.
He just hit 30.
Man, مش عارف.
I don't know.
يعني خلاص. Make a few whatever, make a few extra bucks. Yeah.
I don't. He didn't like it anymore. He wasn't enjoying it. He didn't want to. He didn't want to keep getting hit. He didn't want to keep getting hit. He didn't see a reason to keep playing, and that's what happens when you play for a team like the Lions. They're not a winning organization.
Do you think that Detroit has like an effect on that team?
We have different perspectives on this.
Yeah.
You don't like the city of Detroit.
I think it's خلاص, it's over, and it's over. It's a depressing city, and imagine you're an athlete and you wake up every day in a depressing city where the everyday man is depressed, where there are no jobs, homelessness, abandoned houses, abandoned compounds. Okay, I understand you're like the only source of joy for the city, but you still suck. So you're depressing the hell out of your fans as well.
Yeah.
Just move.
Yeah, maybe that was a reason. This is all speculation. I don't think anyone really knows why Calvin Johnson retired.
I think it's because of Detroit. He just wanted to get out of there, man.
He could have asked for a trade.
مش عارف اتبضن نيك.
Yeah, probably. The Lions had the worst rushing attack of the league last year, so I do not see them I don't see them doing anything different this year. I think they'll be average. In case anyone was wondering what just happened right now and why there was like a stall in my talking.
Because I was hungry and I went to grab some chips.
And I signaled at Abdo that maybe it's not a good idea that he eats the chips because it will make a lot of noise while we are talking. So he left the chips on the floor.
I'm still thinking about it.
I don't think it's a good idea that you eat chipsy while we're talking on a microphone.
So I'm not gonna eat for the whole 20 minutes?
It might not be a good idea for people to listen to us eating chipsy. I really don't think that's very smart. But hey, this is our first episode, ladies and gentlemen, and we're bound to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And we're bound to do it. Okay, so that's it. We agree the Packers are going to win the NFC North?
I completely agree.
Without a doubt. Eddie Lacy should be back. Jordy Nelson should be back. They had a good defense last year.
We didn't talk about Eddie Lacy.
Yeah, Eddie Lacy. What do you think of Eddie Lacy?
I have him on my fantasy team, man.
Oh, snap. But you tried to trade him to me today, actually.
Yeah.
What is... You like him, but you don't love him.
You know what I like about him?
Yeah.
This whole fat boy run.
Right.
Persona.
Right.
And I think he tried to pull it last year, but it didn't work out for him.
Like he went too fat.
He went too fat, man.
He went too fat.
Crazy fat.
You can't go too fat. Like you can't go too retard in Oscar films.
But then,
you know?
yeah, exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
You stole that from what's the name of the movie?
Tropic Thunder.
Thunder.
Yeah. Don't go full retard. Don't go full fat.
Yeah, he went full fat and it wasn't pretty.
It
backfired. He had a terrible season.
Mm.
But I have faith in him.
Yeah, I think he's in shape now. So I think he'll be back. I think he'll be fine. So that's it. Let's move on from the NFC North. Let's go to the NFC East. Now we got the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Redskins, and the Giants. Who do you got there?
Washington.
Oh, snap. I said a slur word. I said the R word.
Like Mustafa made the point that he wasn't going to say the Redskins.
You said it. You just said it right now.
Yeah, but... yeah.
No, but this is... Okay,
yeah.
let's be serious.
Okay.
This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is a serious topic, okay? The Washington team have a name that is looked upon as a racial slur. A racial slur meaning a word that makes fun of a certain race, okay? Native Americans do not appreciate the word, the R word, and they don't like that there's an NFL team called the R word. And I agree with them.
I think because the majority of the NFL teams are named after animals.
Yeah.
So the Redskins are
You said it again.
Yeah, Washington.
Yeah.
You ruined it.
Hey, I'm done now. I'm gonna be okay with it. I'm no longer gonna say it.
Okay.
It's on my mind now.
Let's shake on that.
We're shaking on it now.
Yeah, we're shaking.
Yes.
On it. Yeah.
So Washington, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants. Who'd you got for this division?
That's a hard one.
Yeah, it is a hard one.
But I'm gonna go with Washington.
Okay. Why?
Just because I loved watching them last year.
Yeah.
Cousins is amazing.
You loved watching a 9-7 team.
Yeah.
You loved watching a team that lost 7 times.
Yeah.
Why is that?
They're fun. They're fast.
Yeah.
They throw.
Okay.
They take risks.
They throw. Yeah, because NFL teams don't throw.
Yeah, you know what I mean, man. They don't.
No.
They don't
I
play
agree
safe.
with you. Jay Gruden is a very, very good offensive-minded coach. His passing game is very good, and Kirk Cousins.
I love Kirk Cousins.
He's a great quarterback.
I love him.
I like that. You like that? That was his slogan last year.
Yeah?
You like that? He would say that. He would come out of games and say, "You like that? You like that?" And the Redskins fans would say, "We like that." That was their slogan last year.
Oh, well, that's not very good.
It's not very good.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's a very conventional slogan.
What else? Do you remember the game where he scored 4 touchdowns?
A lot of quarterbacks score 4 touchdowns.
What he did was swagger. Man.
Yeah, he did it with swagger. Abdo doesn't know where he is right now, guys. It's fine. It's all right.
What?
We'll recover from this. I'm really excited about Josh Norman being picked up by the Redskins. That's a massive pickup for their defense. This is a defense that came 28th in the NFL last year. They were the 28th overall defense, and I think Josh Norman is gonna get them to average.
What was their offense like?
They were 17th in offense, 11th in passing.
And they still won it.
They won 9-7.
They won the...
Hey, there's a thing that people say about the NFC East, okay? It's a hard division. the winner of this division usually still loses a lot of games. They still lose a lot of games. It's very rare that a team in this division has more than 10 games a season. It's rare.
But
it's
last
rare.
season it was a surprise.
That the Redskins won, yeah, for sure.
The Washington.
Oh,
Washington.
I did it again.
Shit. Focus.
I did it again. Okay, the Cowboys.
You racist motherfucker.
Let's talk about the Cowboys, okay? I'm very excited about the Cowboys because Tony Romo is finally no longer
Out.
their cornerback.
Tony Romo's out.
Yes.
I hated him, man. I hated his commercials. I hated his smile. I took pleasure when he was injured. For me, he's just a douchebag.
He's a golf player, okay? Tony Romo should go play golf, and he should not be in the NFL. You get a back injury 3 times in a row, maybe that's a sign that you should probably not be doing this anymore.
Like, when he reaches 50, he won't be walking, man.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I really don't think so. I think he should stop while he's going. But I'm really excited about their rookie, Dak Prescott, okay? This guy had an excellent preseason. He had the best passer rating of all quarterbacks. Okay, preseason, doesn't matter too much. You're often playing against backup players. I get it. But this rookie showed that he has what it takes to win football games.
I loved watching his preseason footage.
Yeah, very exciting highlights.
Like he's calm, composed.
Very calm.
Like,
he's the leader you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's the leader.
That's what I'm talking about. When
Yes.
I was talking about Sam Bradford and even rookies, like you can see it in
Like,
his
he's
eyes.
not a Drew Brees, Tom Brady leader, but he leads by example. You know? He's
Yeah.
focused, he's in there, and he'll do his job. He's not going to do a lot of talking, but he does his job. And that's what the Cowboys
I
need
think
right
he's
now.
like the opposite. Like he has the same style as like Cam Newton. He likes to run.
That's racist.
لا بس يعني
I mean, he's a big guy.
لا, he's a runner.
Yeah.
He's calm. He's composed.
He's
I
gonna.
like him,
I think he's
like-
gonna be better in passing than he is in running.
But
But
the
he's
only
gonna do
difference, like you didn't let me finish. You made this.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'll stop talking. I'm done talking.
Ishta for now, yeah.
Mm.
I think he has different personality. Like at least on field personality.
Yeah, definitely.
He's calmer.
Yeah. Well, hey, he's a rookie. I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you again?
No, you're allowed to say that.
Okay, good. He's a rookie, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with him. But I'm excited. They got Ezekiel Elliott, fourth pick in the NFL draft. Very exciting running back. A lot of reports are coming out that he's immature, parties a lot. Is he gonna
How
keep it
old
up?
is he?
He's young. He's in early 20s.
And he's gonna party. Yeah, and he got like a.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Of course he is. Of course he is. But they want to win. They want to win now. They don't want anyone party. They want to win. They want everyone focused on winning. So we'll see what happens.
You need like a life-work balance.
Yes, they definitely need a balance. I have the Washington team. I'm not gonna say their name. The Washington team also winning the division.
Good
Mostly-
job, Mustafa.
Thank you. I didn't do it. But mostly because I don't trust the other teams in the division. The Washington team is the only stable team. They're not getting worse. The Cowboys are rebuilding in their quarterback position. The Eagles have a new head coach. I don't know what to expect from them. They have a rookie quarterback, Wentz.
But I
starting.
like his footage as well.
Yeah, he looked good. He looked
And
better.
he's a big guy.
Big guy.
Big
and
guy.
He runs.
Yeah.
He runs for a big guy. So that's exciting for them. The Giants had the worst defense in the NFL last year. They were 32nd overall 32nd in passing. And they didn't change their defensive coordinator. They didn't change him. They kept him on. Why? This is a guy, Steve Spagnuolo, if no one knows him. Steve Spagnuolo won them a Super Bowl ages ago. Okay, this was the guy who won them the Super Bowl where they beat the undefeated Patriots. Does that mean that he is free of any flaws or any criticism? No, this guy made the Saints the worst team in NFL history in defense. And they're still recovering from that. Last year, the Giants were the worst team in NFL, and they have him again. I don't understand that. And that's why, for me, the Giants, I don't think they'll be competing this year. Solely because of their defensive coordinator.
Odell Beckham, man, these one-handed catches. Though.
That's all that's going to be happening. That's
man,
all
Odell
that's gonna be
Beckham,
happening.
one-handed catches.
That's all that's going to be happening. That's all. That's the only thing. To
Eli
look forward
Manning.
To. That's the only thing to look forward to for the Giants. Eli Manning and Odell Beckham.
Like
that's
the last year's game with the Saints.
Yeah, but that
Look
was...
at the score, man. That was a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it's fun when there are two terrible defenses playing against each other. That is fun. But I'm talking about winning right now. I'm talking about division winning, and the Giants are not going to even come close. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings.
No, I don't give a shit about
No,
the
I
Giants.
feel like your feelings are hurt.
No. I just like Odell Beckham. I think he's cool.
I like
the haircut with
yeah.
with the
yellow,
different color. Yeah, the
blonde
yellow,
and the black.
yellow. Yeah, I like his how he runs.
Dude, I'm really
I
excited.
like his like pre-game warm-ups.
With the one-handed
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, everyone loves that.
He's an entertainer, man.
Look, this is what's going to happen. The most exciting thing about this division is Josh Norman from the Washington team. I almost did it. From the Washington team going up against Odell Beckham twice a year. After the fight that they had when they played against each other last year, now they get to play twice a year. That is what I'm looking forward to with the Giants. That's the only thing I'm looking forward to. I want to see how Odell Beckham is going to handle the situation when he goes up against Josh Norman. And I have a feeling that the Washington team are going to be...
Why did they fight? I don't remember this fight.
Odell Beckham is apparently not liked by a lot of people in the NFL. A lot of people call him a crybaby. A lot of people call him a wannabe star. They call him flashy but not talented. Odell Beckham thinks that they're jealous because of the one-handed catch. The fact that he did the one-handed catch has led to a lot of hate. So when the Panthers were playing the Giants last year, Josh Norman got in Odell Beckham's face. And he was really physical with Odell Beckham. And Odell Beckham did not have a good response. Odell Beckham pushed back. He held his helmet. They were both holding each other's helmets, pushing each other down. The whistle was blown and they were still fighting. They both should have gotten ejected from that game, and they both didn't. So that's going to be really exciting. I hope that it doesn't lead to both of them being suspended this year. I hope that they don't fight as much, because I think Josh Norman...
But now that they fought before, they're not going to fight again.
They said they are. Josh Norman said he's going to. Josh Norman
He said he's going to fight him?
Josh Norman said that he's going to get in Odell Beckham's face. If he keeps acting like a crybaby, he's going to keep getting in his face.
Like, what does he mean? That's very relative. That's very subjective.
That he's a crybaby?
What? Let him be.
Hey, this is the NFL, right? The egos are at play here. And these are guys that go up against each other. So egos are going to collide. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's go to the NFC West.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh, snap. Abdo, talk to us about the NFC West.
The NFC West?
Yes.
Well, there's the Seahawks.
Yep.
There's the Cardinals. There's the 49ers. And there's the Rams.
All right.
The Rams as Mustafa's favorite player for the year, Gurley.
My man. Todd Gurley's going to be my man this year.
Number 1 fantasy pick.
Yep, that's right. I think he's going to be the leading rusher without a doubt this year. Todd Gurley.
Yeah?
Yep.
Who's the second?
No, wait. Before we move to the second.
Okay.
Because the second I can talk about for 30 minutes. I want to stick to Todd Gurley for a little bit and talk about his hips. Okay?
His hips?
His hips. I love Todd Gurley's hips.
I was going to make a really bad joke.
Oh, what were you going to make?
Yeah,
people like bad jokes. Tell us the bad joke.
No.
Okay.
Like, you guess.
The bad joke that you were going to make?
Yeah.
Was it like, because I said I like his hips, and you were going to say, I have no idea.
خلاص. It's gonna be so bad. It's gonna like my street rep is gonna get ruined.
Alright, fine. Let's just not mention it.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley, for me, the way he runs through his lanes is amazing. This guy does not stop. He goes full speed, and he switches direction so easily that it's so hard to bring him down. If you watch his highlights from last year, he looks like a young Adrian Peterson. And I think he can be as good as Adrian Peterson. And I think he will be. And this year, I think he's going to be their star player. I think he's going to be the best running back in the league with the most stats and the most touchdowns.
Oh, wow.
Without a doubt.
Bullshit.
That is my bold prediction for the NFL season. But the Rams are not winning anything.
Yeah, like you don't like their head coach.
Jeff Fisher for me is not a good head coach. Jeff Fisher is a very average head coach, not a winning head coach.
But he seems like he's a personality.
He is a personality, and this is a guy the NFL trusts a lot.
Why?
Because he's in the NFL's pocket. And when I say NFL's pocket, that he will do anything the NFL wants him to do.
So he's a white man.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Jeff Fisher, he hasn't won anything. I don't think he ever will win anything. It's 5th year with the Rams. I don't see him doing well because they've had a quarterback issue every year. They picked a quarterback with the first pick of the NFL draft. They said they were going to start him. And then the first week is coming up, and he's not going to even be dressed in their first week. Not because he's injured, not because of anything, just because he thinks he's not ready yet. What message are you sending to your team when you do something like that?
That we're idiots.
Exactly.
That we make a bad choice.
Exactly.
And if you look at other teams, there's a lot of rookie quarterbacks starting.
Yeah, there are. And there are a lot of rookie quarterbacks who aren't starting. They're backups as well, but they still dress up.
Yeah.
You don't put them in their casual clothes and say you're not worthy of being on our team yet. What is that? That just drives me crazy.
Like, why did you pick me in the first round?
Exactly. That drives me crazy. Until Jeff Fisher gets fired, and I don't mean to wish anything bad upon anyone, but the Rams need another head coach. They need another head coach. They're not going to do anything.
For me, I don't see the 49ers doing anything.
Yeah.
A lot of negative energy.
A lot of negative energy.
A lot of negative energy. And I'm like a vibe guy.
Yeah.
I'm like an energy guy.
A vibe guy.
Yeah.
Abdo the vibe guy.
Yeah.
What kind of vibe are the 49ers giving you?
Disoriented.
Disoriented. What a word. I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Yeah, man. Like, the whole issue with Kaepernick.
Yep.
We're not gonna get into this because who the fuck cares? It's the U.S.
This the American problems.
The anthem and shit. But imagine this happens in Egypt. It will never. No one has the balls. No one has the balls.
We have so many bigger problems than someone sitting down in a national anthem.
And it's like kind of hypocritical with like
it
the U.S. Freedom and shit and
freedom of expression.
Like just freedom, like the land of freedom, freedom fries, freedom shakes, freedom everything, freedom burgers. And then a guy expresses his own opinion.
He didn't hurt anyone.
It's like a peaceful demonstration.
It is.
Like the most peaceful demonstration. I'm not gonna stand or pay respect to the national anthem, and everyone is like hating on him. But you said that he had like the
this is the only thing I'll say about this. Colin Kaepernick, ever since this whole thing has begun with him taking a knee or sitting down during the anthem, he has sold the most jerseys in that time span, which means that there are people out there who are supporting him. I don't care what the news are saying. I don't care what the NFL owners are saying. What Colin Kaepernick did is clearly supported, and that's all I'm saying about it.
Do you think they're gonna start?
No, they're not. They've declared that Blaine Gabbert is their starting quarterback.
Yeah.
And Blaine Gabbert is another topic within itself that I don't want to get into because I have no idea what Chip Kelly is doing as a head coach, and I don't see them.
But to be completely honest, Kaepernick last year was awful.
He was.
Yeah, it was awful.
That's the thing. This
is the best publicity stunt that any quarterback can do when he has the year that Kaepernick had last year.
Exactly. Exactly.
It was awful.
And that's the only thing I'll get on.
The only thing I like is how big his arms is.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he has like huge arms.
Yeah, that's why he does that celebration where he kisses his pec.
Yeah.
You know, he does it.
That's
not his pec, sorry, his bicep. He kisses it. Yeah. I don't know much about muscles. I apologize.
It's okay.
I don't have many of them, so I don't know.
I know.
Yeah. Okay, Cardinals and Seahawks.
I like the Cardinals.
I like both. You don't like the Seahawks?
I don't like them.
Why? How can you not like the Seahawks?
They bore me, man.
What do you mean they bore you?
They bore me.
Why? Why do they bore you?
Their vibe.
No, man. The Seahawks...
No, I'm serious. For me, they're a boring franchise.
How are they a boring franchise? This is a team that brought Legion of Boom. This is a team that had beast mode. This is a team that had Russell Wilson escaping pass rushers right, left, and center, and then throwing bombs down the field, and then wide receivers catching it. And you're like, how did that happen? What are you talking about? The Seahawks bore you.
I don't know. I've never enjoyed a game.
You don't know. You don't know.
Bro, don't bully me. Don't bully me.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to bully you, Abdo. I don't mean to bully you.
You don't mean a pussy either.
I'm sorry, I will not. I will never disrespect you like that again.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. You're exactly right. I don't know. But
it's because they win. They're a constant winner. Is that why you don't like them? Because they've been winning a lot?
They're not entertaining for me.
Dude, we need to watch more Seahawks games, if that's what you think. If that's what you think, the Seahawks are not entertaining, we need to watch more Seahawks games.
Or they had, like, their season last year wasn't overwhelming, yeah.
The last year they were going through a transition with Marshawn Lynch being injured, with Russell Wilson taking the team on his shoulders.
Is he still retired?
Marshawn Lynch is retired.
Retired and he's not.
He's done. He's done. Which is a shame. Because for me, he was one of the best running backs
I've
ever played. And I met Marshawn Lynch, but so did a lot of people here in Egypt.
Yeah.
A lot of our listeners, I'm doing bunny ears when I'm saying listeners.
Yeah, I like bunny ears.
Bunny ears, because I don't think, what was I talking about? I forgot.
Marshall Lynch.
I forgot once I said bunny ears.
Marshall Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch, they were going through a transition year with Marshawn Lynch. And Russell Wilson was taking over. Russell Wilson had a great year, man. He had a great year in fantasy points, and he was leading the team. And I think he's the star man now. And he always had the potential to be the star man. Even though Marshawn Lynch was there, and I think now with Marshawn Lynch gone, Russell Wilson's gonna be the dude. And I think they're gonna win a lot of games still. And I think they're winning long games for a lot of time, a lot of time.
I think the Cardinals are going to win this division. I think they're going to go to the Super Bowl.
All right. Well, there you go. You have one prediction for the NFC Cardinals Super Bowl.
They have everything.
Yeah, I'll get to my Super Bowl pick.
And I like their head coach as well.
Bruce Arians is my favorite head coach currently. I don't know if anyone has watched Hard Knocks, the HBO show.
I watched the Texans one.
The Texans one. Well, there's another show called All or Nothing. It's an Amazon show. Yeah. I really recommend watching that. You will see Bruce Arians coaching. You will see him doing everything. This man is fantastic. Excellent head coach. I love him.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, if the Saints didn't have Sean Payton, I would love Bruce Arians to be our head coach. Oh, by the way, I'm a Saints fan, but we'll get to that later.
Do you think Carson Palmer is the man to...
Carson Palmer is the man.
Yeah?
He is the man. And this year he'll have a similar year to he did last year. I don't think he'll have a decline. I think he'll do well. They still have all the offensive weapons they need. David Johnson, the running back, he's going to be better than last year.
I like his athleticism.
He's great.
Yeah, I like how he runs.
Yeah, he's another young running back with Todd Gurley that I really like. Very entertaining.
Do you think he could trump him?
Well, let's not talk about Trump. Hey, I made the joke. No. David Johnson, I don't think he's Todd Gurley level, but I think he'll be a really good running back.
Like, he won't ever be Gurley's level.
The thing with David Johnson is that he is a receiving back. He's an all-around back, okay? So they're going to have him catching balls. They're going to have him running. They're going to have him blocking. Todd Gurley is a runner, and he's going to rack up yards like crazy. The only reason David Johnson might not have the same rushing yards as Todd Gurley is because he's going to have more receiving yards than Todd Gurley, which is going to take away from his rushing yards. But that's a good thing. That's a great thing. You know?
Like a versatile player.
Yeah, versatile is great, and that's why they like him. Bruce Arians loves versatile players, and I think that's great. You pick Cardinals to win this division.
Yeah.
I pick Seahawks to win this division. I don't think the Cardinals are going to repeat this division, but I think the Seahawks will win. Remember this, because this is going to be really important for my Super Bowl pick. I might surprise you. All right, let's move on.
I'm easily surprised.
My favorite division is coming up next. I wonder why this is my favorite division. the NFC South.
Can I tell them why?
Tell them why.
Because he's a Saints fan.
Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints?
Apparently everyone in this, in this division.
And that might very well happen. That might very well happen. Everyone might end up beating the Saints this year. I'm very pessimistic about the Saints this year because I have not seen us be this bad when we've had Drew Brees and Sean Payton. I don't know if we'll be better than we were last year. We didn't win a single game in preseason. And now a lot of teams don't win in preseason but win in a regular season. But we looked awful. We looked terrible. And I'm not saying our defense looked awful. Our offense looked awful. Drew Brees looked awful. Not because he's bad, because we can't protect him. We don't have an offensive line to protect him. An offensive line is the most important thing about our offense. And we haven't been able to protect Drew Brees. So, I don't know what's going to happen.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
You don't pick an offensive line.
You don't pick any lineman, offensive lineman.
Why?
They're not flash players. This is the thing, this is a thing that's talked about a lot in football, okay? Yeah. Offensive line is the most important group in your team. But they don't get recognition like they should. They never do.
Do they get big contracts?
If they're the best, they'll get big contracts. But there are no awards that go to best offensive lineman, okay? There's no... offensive lineman will never win an MVP. They will never be recognized as an important player, but coaches think of them as the most important position. And they are, because if they're not there, then your offense can't function. And if your offense can't function, you're not going to win games. And that's why I'm worried about the Saints. But I'm very excited still, because I'm a Saints fan. And there's a bit of optimism in me. And you know why I'm excited?
Why?
The most reliable player in NFL history.
Saint Ingram.
Saint Ingram. Mark Ingram is my favorite player in the NFL right now.
I like him a lot.
He's amazing. Number 22.
I like his personality as well.
He's awesome. He's an awesome guy. He just had a baby girl. I don't know if you're interested
congratulations,
in that.
Marky Mark.
In case you're listening. No, but seriously, Mark Ingram for me is my favorite, and he's healthy this year. He gets injured a lot, but I think he's past his injuries now, and I think this year he will do fine. Now, who do you think is going to win this division?
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
It's
they have
really
the Falcons.
Yeah.
They have, for me, my favorite running back, Freeman.
Devontae Freeman.
Yeah.
Nifty. He's very nifty.
He's very nifty.
Very
very strong.
Yep.
He's compostable.
Yeah, dude. This guy had a great year last year. Is he going to keep it up? I think so.
Yeah, why not?
He will. Why not? No reason why he
He's
shouldn't.
a great team.
And a great offense.
Yeah.
Falcons have a great offense. They were 7th overall in offense last year. That's pretty great.
The Panthers, they had an awesome season. There's
They had an unstoppable season last year. Until the Super Bowl. Where they got stopped.
That was unfortunate. I really liked them.
The Denver Broncos defense destroyed them. Because defense wins. And their defense was tremendous. And Cam Newton could not do it.
And the thing is, the Panthers, their defense is pretty amazing as well.
Yeah, they were. They were really good. But the Broncos just overwhelmed them.
Man, I really wish I can draft or trade for Kuechly.
You don't have him.
No.
You want him.
Yeah.
Are you going to get him?
You don't have him as well.
I don't have him.
No one is going to give us Kuechly.
No one's going to give you Kuechly.
Yeah.
No one's going to. We play with defensive players in fantasy. Not a lot of people do that. But we do because I feel like defensive players deserve the credit just as much as offensive players.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Defense wins championships. And the Panthers were in the Super Bowl mostly because of their defense.
And
Cam Newton.
Yeah, and you get to have J.J. Watt on your fantasy team.
Who doesn't want to have J.J. Watt?
And guess who has him?
Who has him?
Moi.
That's right. Abdo has J.J. Watt.
I have J.J. Watt.
Yep. So who'd you got? Pick a winner for this division.
صعب هيك. احنا ما كناش على البوكس كمان.
Yeah, the Bucks are a scary team, dude. They were pretty good. 5th overall in offense last year. 10th overall in defense last year. Are you kidding me? 5th and 10th. Wow, that's scary. That's really, really scary. I'm scared because of all the teams in this division.
Pornhub is gonna upload the majority of the Saints games. Like, it's gonna be like rape, Nick.
Boy, there's rape on Pornhub. No, we're getting into a really dark place.
Yeah,
getting in a very, very, very dark place right now.
Like staged.
Okay, we're gonna stay away from these conversations. I'm gonna pick the fan in me is going to say that the 31st overall defense in the NFL last year in the Saints are gonna get better. That they're going to have an average defense. They're going to help Drew Brees, and I'm going to say that the Saints are going to win this division.
I'm gonna say, I don't know.
You got to pick one, man.
The Panthers.
The Panthers. There you go. There you have it. Now, the AFC, where everything gets messy for me. There are
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there.
Yeah.
AFC for me have so many good teams that I don't know who's going to win divisions. I don't know who's going to be the wild card teams. I'm picking based on who I want. Because there are sometimes I just don't know.
You know who I want.
Who'd you want?
You know.
Well, let's get to that. Let's start with the AFC North. You have the Steelers, the Bengals, the Browns, and the Ravens. Who wins in that division?
Bengals.
You like the Bengals.
I love the Bengals.
What about them do you like?
I like their helmets.
What else?
I like their vibe. They have an amazing vibe.
Yeah.
They have like this team that's full of energy,
Full of swag.
full of swag.
Yeah.
It's full of swagger.
Yeah.
I like Green. I like AJ Green.
Yeah. Great.
I like Dalton.
Yeah.
And I just like them, man.
They haven't won a playoff game in the 3 years that Andy Dalton has been their quarterback.
Yeah.
Are they going to win a playoff game?
I think that's the year.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I feel it.
Yeah.
They're going there. Like last year, they had like the first 5 or 6 games they were unbeaten.
Yeah, they did really well. Hey, this is a really good team, the Bengals,
Yeah.
okay? The Bengals are 15th overall in offense, 11th overall in defense, okay? But they won games, and they won a lot of them, okay? Complete team. Very well-managed team, very complete team. But can they win when it matters? And I think they can, and I think they will.
I think they've matured.
Yes, for sure. Definitely. So you got the Bengals for this division.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know between the Steelers and the Bengals. I love Antonio Brown. Stop reaching for the Shipsy. Okay? The Shipsy is not going anywhere. The Shipsy is going to be there after we finish. You cannot eat the Shipsy now.
Whatever, man.
Anyway, I like Antonio Brown. I like Ben Roethlisberger. I think both of them can be MVPs by the end of the year. I'm worried.
I like Brown. I'm not so like fond of.
Ben Roethlisberger?
No, I'm not.
They had the 3rd best passing offense last year. He was 3rd best.
But
He was the 3rd best.
Wasn't he injured for like a few games?
Yeah, he was.
Who's his backup?
Last year was Michael Vick, but he's not there anymore.
Yeah.
But hey, 3rd best. Okay? Ben Roethlisberger is a fantastic quarterback. He can win the MVP. My issue with the Steelers is their defense. They had the 30th passing defense in the NFL last year. If they don't fix that, they're not going back in the playoffs.
Shit.
They're not. There's no way that they can go to the playoffs if they're the 30th worst team in passing. That's not going to happen. The Browns are exciting because you got RG3 there, Robert Griffin III.
I like his nickname.
RG3?
Yeah.
It's his brand.
It reminds me of Star Wars. I don't know.
RG3 reminds you of Star Wars. That's a pretty amazing link right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should keep that up. We should make segments about RG3 and Star Wars.
Yeah.
I like that.
You like it?
I like it.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
You like that?
Ah, that's your cousin.
No, but RG3, I think his career is going to reinvent itself. I think he'll be back. And Hugh Jackman, their new head coach.
Yeah.
Who?
His name is Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackson, sorry. Did I say
Jackson.
Hugh Jackman?
Yeah.
I said Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
No, Hugh Jackson is there, and he came from the Bengals. He was an offensive coordinator for the Bengals. He's gonna fix that team up. I hope. But hey, this is the Browns we're talking about. Their name is literally the Browns. When I say the Browns, what is the first thing you think of?
Shit.
There you go.
Yeah.
The Ravens, I don't know what's gonna happen with them.
I don't think they're gonna do anything next year.
They're really old offense.
They're not gonna do anything.
Very, very aging offense. I don't think they will either. But they might surprise us. I think they will have the ability.
Can I say something as well?
Yeah.
I hate their name.
The Ravens?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Ravens, man. They're Ravens.
Scavengers, yeah.
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 They
okay.
play with that. They play with a lot of swag.
I don't like their uniform as well.
Purple and black.
Yeah.
I like purple and black. I think purple and black's great. Ray Lewis, if you don't know him, look him up. He made the Ravens. He made them. And if you see his highlights, I think you'll like the Ravens. Let's move on. AFC East. Oh my God, the AFC East. AFC East is very interesting.
The Patriots, the Jets, the Bills, and the Dolphins.
Here's what I think about the AFC East. The Patriots, without a doubt, everyone knows they're going to be great. Okay? Tom Brady suspended for the first 4 games.
4 games.
We're not going to talk about the scandal. Okay?
What scandal?
The scandal about the Deflategate. We're not going to talk about that.
Again.
Because that's been talked about too much.
Yeah,
and if you don't know about it, look it up. It's ridiculous. Actually, don't waste your time. It's ridiculous. Garoppolo, who's going to be his backup.
You know what's not a waste of time? If you Google his wife.
Yeah. Garoppolo is going to do well. He's going to win games for the Patriots. They're not going to miss Tom Brady in that time. And when Tom Brady comes back, he's going to have a fire lit in him. He's going to have a fire lit in him. And he is going to throw like crazy. I think Tom Brady might win the MVP this year.
Do you know he's a Trump supporter?
Yes, I do. I try not to let the politics of the NFL get involved with the game because the politics of the NFL are awful. And I can get into a lot of bad things about the NFL. But the game is too great for the politics, so we'll stay out of that.
Okay.
The Patriots won the division for me.
I'm gonna Shazli.
Oh, I can't believe you went there. You went there. Oh boy, I don't know how we're gonna recover from that. I really don't know. Maybe you should eat the chipsy now. Yeah. No, don't eat the chipsy. Alright? Don't eat it. I like the Patriots. I think they're gonna win the division, but I really like the Jets. The Jets were 10th overall in offense, 4th overall in defense, and they're only gonna get better. They're only gonna get better.
Why?
Because they've kept everything in place. They've kept their team in place. The only loss of the Jets is Chris Ivory.
Yeah, he went to the Jaguars.
Yeah, I think Chris Ivory was
the Jacks.
I think he was one of the best running backs in the NFL last year. He was very reliable.
And I like his name.
Chris Ivory. Flows out of the mouth.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Chris Ivory world. Chris Ivory.
Chris Ivory.
Chris Ivory.
Yeah, but Ivory's bad. Yeah.
What do you mean he's bad?
No, like Ivory in general.
Oh, you know.
Like Ivory when they kill the elephants and they take their ivory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
You're
I think he should start a foundation to protect animals and like elephant conservation.
Sure. We'll pass it along to him. Chris Ivory, if you're out there, Abdo told you.
And if you're listening.
Yeah, he told you the problem. If anyone's listening, okay. No, but seriously, they've kept everything together. I like them. I just hope that they can fill in that hole of Chris Ivory because he was really important to them last year. The Bills, I'm over the Ryan brothers. Rex Ryan, I don't believe in him anymore.
I really like his hair though.
That's Rob Ryan.
Rob
Ryan is the one with the hair.
But they're twins.
Rob Ryan is now a special defensive coach, and Rex Ryan is the head coach.
Do you have a friend called Rex?
Would I have a friend called Rex?
Would you buy a dog and call him Rex?
I wouldn't call my dog Rex.
Why?
But I would definitely have a friend called Rex. If he had like tattoos and he had like a mohawk, that would be pretty cool.
Okay.
That would be really cool.
Enough.
But I don't think Rex Ryan is a winning coach. So the Bills, I think they'll do exactly the same.
I really like their quarterback, Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, exciting player.
Yeah, and I had this obnoxious trade that I canceled based on your advice.
Yes, Abdo wanted to give Bortles.
Yeah.
And
No, Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston. You wanted to give Jameis Winston
And Eddie Lacy.
For Taylor.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous because the Bills had the 28th overall passing offense. And Tyrod Taylor did a fine in fantasy
I really like him.
But Jameis Winston is so much better. So much better fantasy points.
I don't know.
And then you're giving also Eddie Lacy. Yeah, I told Abdu to cancel that trade.
Like I only do this trade for like I only accept it or I like carry it through if it's Cam Newton or Eli Manning.
Yeah, you want one of them.
Yeah.
You really want one of them.
I really wanted like a star quarterback.
I don't think anyone cares about your fantasy team. Honestly. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? Like, I care about your fantasy team.
Yeah.
And I know no one else does. Like, I know that. And I hope people are going to be listening to this. Yeah. And if they're listening to this, and they're listening to about your fantasy team, they're not like, oh, Abdu's fantasy team. Abdu has Eddie Lacy. That's fucking amazing. Hey guys, did you know that Abdu wanted to trade this guy and this guy for his fantasy team? No one cares. No one cares. I'm sorry to burst your bubble.
Yeah, that was pretty rude.
I'm sorry. I'm really mean sometimes. I apologize.
You're kind of bad.
But hey, the NFL is a mean league.
No, don't blame the NFL
the
for
NFL,
your assholeness.
For me, the NFL stands for the non-fun league. There's no fun here. Okay? The Dolphins. The Dolphins have a new head coach. He
is the quarterback guru.
He is a quarterback guru. He's made a lot of quarterbacks good. He made Jay Cutler look good, you know? So I think he can really help Tannehill. But the Dolphins are in a division with the Jets and the Patriots.
And the Bills.
And I don't think.
And the Bills are not pushovers.
Man. No. The Dolphins are gonna get eaten alive. By the rest of this division. I'm sorry. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. So I have Patriots. Who do you have?
I have the Bills.
What?
Yeah.
You after all this, you're gonna pick the Bills to win the division?
I'm gonna pick the Bills.
After I just what?
Yeah.
We're just talking about how the Patriots and the Jets, and you're gonna pick the Bills?
Man, they have this vibe that they're gonna win. And the Patriots,
I can't wait till the end.
There's a risk, man.
I can't wait.
4 games without Tom Brady.
I can't wait till the end of the season. Yeah. Let's move on to the AFC West. The AFC West. I don't know. This is a mess for me. This is where things start getting messy. The Broncos.
Can I tell you who I picked from the beginning? Straight up.
You have to tell them who's in the
I'm just gonna tell them.
Alright.
I picked the Raiders.
You don't care who else is in this division.
No, I picked the Raiders.
You're on the Raiders bandwagon.
Yeah.
So am I. But I'm still picking the Chiefs.
By the way, there's Denver Broncos, the Oakland Raiders, Kansas City Chiefs, and San Diego Chargers.
The Chargers have poor management.
Man, I don't give a shit about the Chargers.
Yeah.
I don't care about the Chargers. If there's a game where the Chargers are playing and the Seahawks and I have to watch it, I'll shoot myself.
They did play actually recently. And Chargers almost they did pretty well. No, I just don't think they have good management. The whole thing with their first round pick and Bosa, the way they treated that situation was poor. And I think after this year, their coach should get fired because I don't think they'll do well. And if they don't do well,
they should just change the name, change cities.
But they're thinking about moving, so they might end up leaving San Diego. We'll find out. I picked the Chiefs mostly because their defense and their rushing game, their passing game needs to get better, but I think they will. The Broncos, we're not talking about them. They were fantastic last year.
Yeah, man, I love their defense. Amazing.
But they're going through a transition, okay?
Of course, and they lost Peyton Manning,
Yeah, they lost the leader on the offensive side. Yeah. And now they have a quarterback who's never played a game in the NFL. I don't see them doing fantastic on offense.
Like, yeah, they're gonna have a good year.
They're gonna have a good year.
Yeah, but not amazing.
Not an amazing year.
Yeah.
Paxton Lynch, their backup QB, he's going to have a bright future.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that right now. I'm in love with Paxton Lynch. I think he's a great quarterback, but I think they're gonna have a quarterback controversy somewhere in the season, and they're not gonna handle the pressure of being Super Bowl champions, defending their title. So I pick the Chiefs. You pick the Raiders.
Yeah. The Chiefs, I'm carrying a grudge over here.
Why?
Because I think they're gonna release the Anthony Thomas.
Abdo has this fanboy player that he loves.
Yeah.
And the Anthony Thomas. If you don't know who he is, you should definitely look at his highlights or his
Like
speed
right on
drills.
YouTube, Black Mamba, the Anthony Thomas,
This guy has amazing speed.
and you're gonna get entertained.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Extreme speed, amazing cuts. This guy puts players on the floor.
Yeah, man,
That's how
definitely.
amazing his cuts are.
And he's on special teams. Come in.
We'll see what happens. If he doesn't do it this year, then it's not going to happen, but hopefully this year is the year for him. AFC South. I am super excited about this division, and I know you are too. And the reason why we're super excited about this division is same time, 3, 2, 1.
JJ Watt!
Yeah, we both love JJ Watt.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, JJ Watt is
What happens, baby?
No, seriously, JJ Watt has a team around him. Okay, he finally has a team around him. Jadeveon Clowney is healthy. He's a beast. Okay. They finally have a quarterback in Osweiler. They finally have a running back in Lamar Miller. And Andre Hopkins is there. They have a complete team.
It's complete.
And they're going to... I picked them for the division winners.
Really?
I don't think the Colts are going to be special. They had too bad of a year last year to recover from it.
The Colts, they're irrelevant.
Yeah, they really are. Andrew Luck is a great quarterback, but he doesn't have a team around him.
Yeah.
He doesn't. The Jaguars.
The Jaguars.
The Jaguars. What do you think about the Jaguars? You at one point were a Jaguar fan.
Man, when I didn't know anything about football, and we used to play Madden.
Yeah.
And I would like the Jaguars because they were so bad. They were the worst. And I just wanted to piss you off. Yeah. That was the time when I called football hand-egg and shit.
The Jaguars, I don't think they're as bad as they used to be.
No, I think that now they're a good team.
They're a good team, but Gus Bradley's supposed to be a defensive-minded coach.
They're not the worst anymore.
They're not the worst. They're definitely not the worst, and that's a good thing. And that's maybe why Gus Bradley still has his job. But Gus Bradley is a defensive-minded coach. This is a guy who started everything in Seattle. He started the Legion of Boom. He started everything there. They had the 24th overall defense last year. How does that happen? And I think one more average year from the Jaguars, and maybe they should say thank you, Gus. We appreciate everything you did, but now we need to get a winning coach. Now is their chance to get a winning coach, and now is their chance to get a really good coach.
Who should they get?
I will find out. I don't know who will be available by then. My favorite coach who doesn't have a job right now is John Gruden. If you don't know who John Gruden is, he was the Buccaneers coach when they won the Super Bowl. Big personality. He works for ESPN right now. He's not coaching anymore.
Why?
But I think any team who's looking for a coach should look to hire him. He's not coaching anymore because he's making money talking about football. And everyone wants to make money talking about football. We're not making money talking about football.
And we're not planning on making money.
No, we're here for the sole purpose of just talking about football.
Yeah.
And hoping that someone listens. Someone will listen.
Or not.
Or not, it doesn't matter.
Or not,
it doesn't matter.
But
he's making money talking and not coaching, so why should he stop?
They should get Sean Payton.
Hey, if Sean Payton has another bad year with the Saints, maybe they should get him.
Yeah.
I'm really big on the Titans. I'm really big on the Titans. It took me a while to pick between the Texans and the Titans, but I think the Texans will win this division. I think the Titans will still make the playoffs in a wild card spot because Mariota also has a team around him now. They had a bunch of draft picks, and they're going to have a bunch of draft picks next year as well. But they drafted Derrick Henry, Heisman-winning running back from Alabama.
Yeah?
Beast! He's a massive beast. This guy knocks players down, Okay, he just puts his head down and rolls people over. And they have DeMarco Murray, had a bad year with the Eagles last year.
But he's still great.
He's great running back. Put these two next to each
Imagine
other.
him like playing under Bradford. Bradford is your leader.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And a character like
Hey,
Marcus
if
Murray.
you search DeMarco Murray and Sam Bradford on Google, you will see pictures of DeMarco Murray looking at Sam Bradford with the most disgusted face ever. And Sam Bradford not knowing what to do. So, hey, let's give a DeMarco Murray pass.
Because I like him.
Yes, and he was really good with the Cowboys. And he's been good all his career. He's going to be good with the Titans. Put those two running backs together. They're going to make defenses tired. And then have Mariota there throwing the ball. I'm really excited about this. And they have a solid defense. They were 12th overall in defense last year.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm happy. Hey, as long as you're 15 and above, that's good.
Were they 30th overall or just offense?
In offense. In offense, they were 30th overall. But hey, they didn't have any running backs. And I think having DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry is going to fix that for their offense. That's it. We've picked everything. We've picked all our divisions. Now, let's get to our Super Bowl picks. You've already picked the Cardinals to make it from the NFC. Who's making it from the AFC against the Cardinals?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, hey, you picked the Bills winning a division. You picked the Texans. You picked the Bengals. And you picked the last team was the
Packers.
No, the Packers are in the NFC.
Yeah,
In the AFC, you picked the Bills, the Texans, the Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders, man, but they're
Yeah.
not gonna make it to the Super Bowl.
Man, these are weird teams to pick. These are teams that are not usually division winners, and all of your AFC winners are unusual winners.
Yeah.
So who do you think is making the Super Bowl? And you got two more wild card teams. So maybe the Patriots are there, maybe the Jets are there, maybe the Broncos are there.
Let me think about it.
All right, I'll tell you what I think.
Yeah.
Okay? I picked the Seahawks to win their division, and I still think the Cardinals will make the playoffs. I'm hoping... Abdo's gonna sneeze!
Yeah.
Abdo sneezed. Bless you. He's gonna bleed. Yeah, no. He's gonna sneeze again! Abdo sneezed again. I picked the Seahawks to win their division. I think the Cardinals will still make the playoffs. I'm hoping that the Steelers and the Steelers. I picked the Seahawks and the Cardinals to both make the playoffs, and I hope they both play against each other.
Huh?
Yeah, I hope they both play against each other in the NFC conference final. And I'm picking the Cardinals to beat them. I'm picking the Seahawks to win the division, but the Cardinals.
I'm picking the Cardinals to win it.
We're both.
I think the Cardinals and the Bengals.
You think Cardinals Bengals? I think Cardinals and Texans.
Yeah.
I'm so big on the Texans this year. I pick Cardinals and Texans. Who'd you pick to win between the Cardinals and Bengals?
I think the Cardinals.
Hey, I picked the Cardinals as well. What are we doing here? We're picking the same team
Yeah.
to win the Super Bowl? Wow. This is going to be a very healthy relationship in our podcast.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, there you have it.
Or maybe we're both idiots. I don't know.
We probably are both
Yeah.
idiots. Before we go, do you want to pick who's going to be the MVP of the league?
No.
You don't want to pick the MVP of the league.
No.
Why?
I don't know.
Alright.
Like it's I like
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
All right, fine.
I
There
don't
you
care.
go. Drew Brees is going to be the MVP of the league because the Saints are going to go 16-0 and win the Super Bowl. But don't tell anyone that I said that.
Cam Newton won it last year.
Yes.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Yeah, he did deserve it. Okay, well, there you have it.
So I hope you'll listen to our hour and 5 minutes podcast. This was intended to be like 30 minutes.
Do you think anyone who started this podcast finished it?
I don't think so.
If you finish this podcast,
We'll take you to lunch.
yes, me and Abdul will take you to lunch,
Yeah.
okay? And the code word for that is banana. So if
Banana.
you finish this podcast, send us an email with banana to ENFLP16@gmail.com,
Yeah, you do that.
and we will take you out to lunch.
Yeah.
We really will. I hope not a lot of people do it. Oh my god, I'm really scared now. I'm really, really scared now that a lot of people are going to finish this podcast. Anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Maximum 3.
The first 3 people who send us banana will get free lunch. No, we're being too ambitious. But still, the first 3 people who send us banana to ENFLP16@gmail.com will get a free lunch.
Because maybe someone will do it and he tells his friends.
Exactly. Yeah. First 3 people will get a free lunch with Ian. We're gonna regret this, by the way.
It's okay. I'm good to take a few.
We didn't really think this through.
It's just 3 people.
We've been trying to say goodbye for a really long time. We should probably just
goodbye.
say goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you for listening to the ENFLP. My name is Muzzy.
And I'm Abdo.
Who that?